Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thrilled to have you here and excited about today's guest. This is like Wonder Woman because she's a producing branch manager up in the Pacific Northwest, specifically Portland. I'm excited to have Tammy Wichman with me today. She does consistently annually over 75 million. And so we got a lot of good stuff to cover. Tammy, thanks for taking your valuable time to be with me today.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you.
Well, tell us, what's it like up in Portland today? How's the weather? Is it nice and balmy or what's going on?
Now we're in fall, so it'll be beautiful probably this weekend. Um, Overcast, 55, 60 degrees, raining, not raining. But I love it because now I'm getting in the mode of work again. Summer's tough here. It gets beautiful and then I don't want to,
it's amazing how changing of the seasons does that.
Yeah. So I'm getting my game on again.
How long have you been a producing branch manager? Because that, man, I don't envy you. That's a lot of work that you're doing.
Oh, honey, you don't even know the half of it. So producing branch manager since May of last year. But in addition to that, I'm a full-time coach for the CORE, which is a national training. It's for realtors and loan officers. And I coach for them and have consistently for about 4 years, 2 years at Guild internally, and now 2 years for them and going into my third year coaching for them. And then I do a ton of stuff for Guild Corporate. I run a golf tournament. I, give a helping hand to all things Guild. So I'm a busy girl.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you have time for lunch very often with that.
No, actually, I don't. They bring me lunch. And I eat a lot of protein bars.
Well, let's get into some of the nitty gritty about how you are going about this type of production and attracting clients. What's your strongest method? Are you relying mostly on relationships with realtors? What kind of referral sources do you leverage the most to help you with this volume?
So I would say I run about 60-40, 60% realtor driven, 40% past client driven. Now, in those numbers, if a past client is driven to me by a realtor and they come back to me again, I account them as a realtor driven lead. Does that make sense? But they're really probably a past client. I have been doing real estate since 1988 and got into the mortgage business in 92. So I am old. And this is all I know.
I was going to say, I think you started when you were probably like 15. I mean, going way back then.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
So you actually have played on both sides of the fence. You have some background. You understand what it's like to be a realtor and real estate agent, going through the things that they do. And of course, flipping to the other side. I would imagine you relate well.
Well, what I would tell you, I think the difference between myself and most originators is they don't have a true love for their realtor partners. And I am different. They are my best friends. I have more admiration and respect for them because I tried to do their business and failed miserably. I have nothing but love and respect for them. And I think that when your relationships start like that, they flourish.
I know this might sound simple to you and maybe to some others listening, but how do you go about making friends with a real estate agent? I know a lot of loan officers, they can't make that happen. What is it that you do, even if it's subconscious at this point?
I just like them. I like them as a people. I really do. I think that whole tribe of realtors, they're selling themselves. I'm pretty blessed in my industry in that I get to go after, like I'm like a wholesaler. I go after the realtors and they're a big group and I at least know my audience. And then I have my past clients. So my demographic is very specific. Where a realtor, it's, hey, find me a deal. Where? Everywhere. Try for a couple weeks to try to find somebody who wants to engage with you for you to refer them to a realtor. It's nearly impossible. So for an agent to actually find someone, I think that is miraculous. And it's their biggest single asset that they have. It's that golden egg, and it's so fragile. And that's the basic of how I feel about my realtors is that if they give me a referral, it's such a gift. And it's a gift from them to me. It's their livelihood. It's everything they're working for. And from there, how do I serve that gift to manifest it in a transaction for that realtor without regard to my financial, well-being? I don't worry if I get the deal or not. I worry that my realtor gets the deal.
Very good. Are there tips, coaching tips you pass along to your realtors? With your background in coaching, I would imagine that you're probably a great asset to agents as well in that regard.
You would ask, like, how do you become friends with your realtors? And I think that it goes back to the fundamentals of building rapport are people refer people who they know, like, and trust. Do you care more about someone else than you care about telling someone about how great you are? And really what I want to know when I meet someone is, help me understand what your secret sauce is. Why are you so great? Why do your clients love you? And once you start that and people understand that you really do want to understand, who they are and care about them, oh my gosh, I don't worry about, am I going to get a deal from someone? I worry about, can I honor them and share my time with them in a way that I'm just grateful for them giving their time to me. And I think from there, people who know, like, and trust you will refer you. You don't earn a relationship in one visit. It takes a lot of time. It's a long haul.
Totally agreed on that. And I love the phrase you use, honor them. I mean, honor, that's not a word we get to use a lot. Yes, Your Honor, no, Your Honor. So to hear you use that phrase is awesome. How many referrals have you received from different realtors over the past 12 months, roughly? Are you getting most of it?
So I roll, honestly, about 80 referrals per month. Now with this refi boom that we're kind of in right now, we're up to about 100. I fundamentally need to close 25 loans per month to run my team. I need about 100 leads. That's the metrics I need. Remember that I've built this and I'm very strategic about my realtors. My realtors are sort of, imagine a pyramid. I have a low group of realtors. They're not my low group, but they're a group of realtors and they're newer in the business. And it's a really wide, strong foundation, okay? And those realtors, I may have 80 realtors in that lower group. So I train, coach, nurture. They're new to the business. I have all kinds of products and activities that I share with them. I have a girlfriend who just wrote a book, Shelly Zavitz. And if there are anybody who's looking for a value add, it's called Your First 365 Days of Real Estate. It's such a great book to give to realtors who are new in the business. You can buy it on Amazon. I love that book. I do a new agent training, which is the same 6 classes once a week over and over. If you find a new agent, they probably know 6 new agents. I would like to start with 6 people in the class and end up with 3, and I do it for 6 weeks. Those people all go in that foundation of my realtors. I probably get 30 deals a year from my new agents. That is a channel account. So as people say, oh, I need one agent to give me just all their business. No, really nurture new agents and call that a channel account. I love that philosophy.
It drives me nuts when I have a loan officer says, well, I only want top producers. Good luck, So with your
add value to the people that you work with and you will grow them and nurture them and you'll create your own top producer.
Love it. And so with your training, this 6-week training, is that something you conduct right in your office? Is it on site?
I usually do it at a coffee shop close to a realtor's office. Some offices ask me in. The first thing I talk about so to get agents to sign up, they need to, what's in it for them. And so I always lead with usually the closing disclosure, how to understand it, tips and tricks around the closing disclosure. And I might throw the appraisal in on that one. The second one is typically how to understand the appraisal, how to read it, what are the questions your client's going to ask you. And these are an hour. And in that hour, it includes me buying them coffee, them getting coffee, them moving around. So really, I have 30 minutes with them. Does that make sense? And they're realtors and they're on their phones the entire time. So it's 30 minutes. CD, kind of everything about it, how to understand that. Then I'll do the appraisal. The third seminar would be products and programs, and including private mortgage insurance, understanding that. The fourth, that's 1, 2, 3. And then the fourth one would probably be more like condos, because they're so quirky in our market, helping them understand condos. The fifth one will be tips and tricks and all those things that I have learned. Like, you know, if you're going to write your addendums, do them in this manner. So I guess there are 5 classes, and I can squeeze them together or pull them apart. And then depending, if we talk so much and we get off topic, I might add a 6th. So I come out with 6 and then shorten or grow it. And remember, start out with maybe 5 people. And if you have 2 people show up, it's plenty. And then they all go in your bottom sphere. And then I drip on them. I try to drip on them 2 times a month with something of value. Like, you know, Shelley's book, list reports. HomeBot is amazing. If you guys don't know about HomeBot, get to know HomeBot. Google it, homebot.com. Let Grant know I referred you.
And so that's the, I know what you mean when you say lower level. So there's another tier above that, right?
Pyramid, right? So then I have those, we'll call those my C realtors. And then my B realtors would be all those agents giving me 3, 4 deals a year. Okay. I'm going to love and nurture them, but they're probably agents that have a couple people that they refer, right? So I'm going to love on them as much as I can, but I'm not always going to get their deals, but I love on them. And I can count on 3 or 4 agents consistently year in and year out. I don't care if I get all your business. I just would like some of your business. And that's really, you know, I want to be an integral part of the growth and development of my realtors. And then I'm always constantly trying to move people up in the pyramid. Those B agents are the 6 to 8 deals. And they're the agents that really like me. I get most of their business, right? And then I just try to make sure that I'm a little deeper in relationship. You know, you can't be in deep relationship with 100 people. Right. And then I have a couple channel accounts, probably 5 agents that I travel, you know, I just love them. And I could love on a lot more. There just isn't enough time.
So what would be, obviously you do this 5 to 6 week class for your new realtors that are new to you, might even be new to the industry. What would be some things you do for the higher levels of the triangle? Phone calls, emails?
Absolutely. So in the core, there's a very clear philosophy on how we market. You know, on Mondays, we call our realtors. On Tuesdays, we do client updates, which then you're following back up with your realtors. Wednesdays, we're calling all of our past clients and nurturing them. Then we're, you know, so every day has a theme day, and I'm working hard to follow my theme days. But with that, I try to be in front of my realtor population. Like I host a realtor open, or I go to my loan signings. So I'm out in the community. Any of my realtors, I ask them, please, and let me help you with an event you're doing. I can talk to people, keep the party busy. I can, you know, check people in for you. I can, I'll do whatever it is. You need me to pour cocktails, I'll do whatever. So
I'm sorry, I need you to back up. Did you say Adventure Day?
No, anything that realtors do with their clients. I try to be out in the market with them. I don't know what word I said.
There you go.
So anything they do, I try to just, if they have an event that they're doing,
that's what
I ask if I can attend. How can I help? What can I do for you?
Mm-hmm.
Check.
Yeah, I would imagine you're kind of like the life of the party.
I try not to be, but yeah, I'm overbearing. Yes, I really am.
Well, this is impressive because I was kind of expecting to hear how your head would be buried in operations because you're a producing manager, but it sounds like you've done a great job keeping yourself in a place, doing the one thing that keeps a business running, and that's nurturing these relationships.
You know what I do? I really try to have my loan officers here just mimic what I'm doing. I mean, anybody can do what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything fancy. Mm-hmm. We have a happy hour every month. I go to my loan signings. I try to honor everybody. I try to make my calls. I keep all of my small net promises. I try to just serve my agents. How can I help you? What do you need help with? What are you doing?
Awesome.
So
Let's
my
flip
phone-
over to the other 30% you mentioned, your past clients.
Can I ask you one quick question or just share this like with my loan officers? So my loan officers that are working here, if we do a happy hour, they're invited to the happy hour. If I do a seminar for my realtors, they bring their realtors. They can do their own seminars and their own stuff, but we are finding that the synergy of just all of us together is working.
Absolutely. And that's called leading by example.
Right? Yeah. So past clients, what do we do? If you guys aren't familiar with a program called HomeBot, HOMEBOT, I love it. It is a monthly digest that goes out to our past clients. I don't know when it's going to hit, but it hits. I have a 96% open rate on it. It generates, yes. It generates leads every month for me. Hey, I want to get rid of my PMI. Hey, I want to roll my amortization. Now, not all of these do I get a refi or a purchase out of, but what I'm doing is I'm adding value to my clients. So I love that. I also use a system called House Happy. And I love this thing because it's a home concierge service that I give to my clients at signing. And if you want House Happy to work, you have to give it to the client and talk about it. You just can't email it. And really what it is, it's vetted, verified contractors, ready, willing, and able to serve your clients. Anytime they need their windows washed, they can call into House Happy and House Happy will email them like 3 bids. I have year to date about 230 clients or 230 services that have been used through House Happy. So it's a gift I'm giving that my clients are using, and the email they provide is beautifully done. So HomeBot does a beautiful email that's branded by me. House Happy does a beautiful email that's branded by me. I always do birthday cards. We always give a lottery ticket, and I can't tell you how many people call us and they're like, I did not get my birthday card and I want my lottery ticket. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I missed you. But you know, when you do something for 15, 20 years, people are like clockwork. We do a couple parties a year that are clockwork. And it's funny, we are getting emails right now of people that are like, hey, don't forget us about the Christmas ships. We're super excited to come. So I think consistency, I don't care what you do, just do it. I do love snail mail because they're going to see me, my face, and they're going to recycle me. So I'm helping people keep people employed at the post office, in the recycling industry, and in the printing industry. So I feel real good about the mail.
What a way to look at it. You are the glass is half full kind of person. Love that. What would be, as we wrap up here, what would be, I mean, you've just shared so many incredible things and dropped a lot of hints, even shared the things that help facilitate so you're not having to do it all yourself. What would your advice be to the loan originator who's doing $1 million a month, but they're stuck? In other words, they've been doing this a while, so they may have developed certain beliefs that could be now limiting them, but they're not getting to that next level. What would be your best advice? Things that you might, taking yourself back to when you were at that point.
I have 3 things. Okay. So I am someone who's heavily involved in coaching, and I think you need a coach. I love the core. I have been in it for 11, I'm in my 12th year. So the core is a great program. And I highly recommend it. They have new agent or new loan officer training that's very affordable and coaching. We have a summit coming up in November. So I love that. The core is awesome for me. Secondly, habits are created daily. If you want to exercise, you must exercise. No one is going to do it for you. If you are fat, you must quit your caloric intake and exercise. If you want to grow your business, you must overcome your call reluctance and decide to make the calls every day. So a limiting belief is that you can't do it. My truth is, even I, with some success, do the basic habits every day. I make 12 outbound, impactful phone calls to my agents every day. I'm calling at least 5 clients per day, and I don't leave until I do that. Then here's the golden thing that I really want to tell any loan officer, that if they really want to go deeper with their agents, they fundamentally need to do. Your agent has worked so hard to give you that referral. Remember, it is so important to them. We do 20, 30, 100, 300 closings a year. They do 5, 8, 10, 30. Their leads are so important. The day that you take responsibility for what they have given you, their lead, and you treat it like it is gold, your business will explode. The day that you serve your realtors first above yourself, and you edify that realtor to the client, and you cross-sell that realtor to the client, you don't worry about what you're going to get from the client, your business will start to grow. At signing, I always advocate for my realtor and ask for a 5-star review for my realtor, and I always ask for a referral for my realtor. I don't worry about myself. I will get more than my fair share. My cup runs over. I have so much abundance in my life because I worry more about others than my fair share.
That's beautiful. I can see why realtors in Portland love you, with the belief system and values that you operate by. I mean, yeah, we all hear it before, again, time and again and again, but what we really have to question ourselves is, how am I really believing this and following through so my actions demonstrate that? So I can see you bleed these things that you describe, but it's also because you've been doing it. And I think you used a key word earlier, and that was, consistency. It's all about being consistent.
Yeah. Yep.
Tammy, loved having you. I've got a page and a half of notes here I've been taking. So thank you so much for being so willing and open to sharing your secret sauce with us as well today.
Right on. Can I just finish by one quick recap? You're going to honor your agents and honor them by asking a referral for them. I want you to check into HomeBot. I love it. Check into House Happy. I love it. And the core training. Those 4 things, if you just do that, your business will blow up.
Great. Wonderful summary. Thanks, Tammy.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.